Hey there, everyone. Meteorologist Ashley Baylor here in the News 8 Now Stream Center, fresh off a very, very quick trip to Florida. I left Friday night, came back super late last night, but I went down to Florida not only to get a little bit warmer, but I had a chance to see the Savannah Bananas play the Party Animals at Raymond James Stadium, which is normally where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play. So this is the first time that they played baseball on a football field, and they completely sold out. 65,000 fans. And let me tell you, that is the best time I've ever had at a baseball game, and I've been to my fair share, whether it's been at Fenway Park or been at Yankee Stadium or Wrigley Field. That was the best. Now, it's very, very tough to get Savannah Banana tickets. You have to go on a lottery, but if you have the chance to go, go. I assure you it'll be worth it. We're not necessarily here to talk about baseball, right? I mean, we can. We're going to start to get into baseball season, but I suppose I kind of have to talk about weather here, so let's go for it. It's actually turning out to be a really nice day, and everything about this forecast is going to be completely backwards because we're actually going to have today be the nicest day of the next 8, and it's the final day of winter. As soon as we start spring, that's when things are going to turn somewhat ugly. Now, as you can see, we do have a flood warning that is in effect for the middle and lower part of the Connecticut River. That's not surprising. This is pretty typical for this time of year because we did see a decent amount of rain recently, but also we've seen a lot of ice melt and snow melt from basically the mountainous areas, the higher terrain up in northern New England, and it kind of funnels down into the river. So it's not surprising that we are seeing minor flooding along the Connecticut River, but we're only expected to see the minor flooding through the rest of the week. So there's that swollen Connecticut River as we take a look over Middletown. It is 66 degrees in Hartford. We just hit 71 in Lisbon, 64 in Waterbury, but yeah, what's going on at the shoreline here? It's 49 in New London, 57 in New Haven, only 50 degrees in Stamford. So if you are at the shoreline, you're maybe not as enjoying the day as much as, say, inland areas. You can see we're actually about 2 to 7 degrees colder than where we were at this time yesterday along the shoreline, but inland areas are about 7 to 13 degrees warmer. And it's really the wind making all the difference. For the most part, the wind is coming up from the south, anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that really does make a huge difference. And here's a look at our hour by hour, which is going to show you more clouds filling in overnight. So we're not only going to have more clouds overnight, we're going to have areas of fog, and as we know, that fog alone creates that fine mist and drizzle. So it is going to feel a little damp as you head out the door on Thursday, and as you can see, the clouds are going to drag their heels throughout the day Thursday, and you see those occasional splashes of green indicating the chance for a sprinkle or even a little bit of drizzle. So I don't think it's one of those situations where you need to drag the umbrella everywhere with you, but if you have a light jacket with a hood, I think you'll be all right. As we go from Thursday night into Friday morning, some steadier rain is going to move through. So this is really not going to help our flooding situation along the Connecticut River. It's just going to add to it. But, of course, it's going to continue to put a decent dent in our drought. Now, you can see that steady rain comes in overnight, but as this system moves through, it is going to pull in some colder air behind it. So it is very possible that especially inland areas may see a brief wintry mix or even some wet snowflakes to end your Friday morning. Now, for any kids that may be watching this, I wouldn't get super excited about any school cancellations. I know some kids are probably like, squeeze in one more, but I don't see that happening. So becoming cloudy tonight, areas of fog, mist, and drizzle with temperatures dipping into the lower 40s. So it's going to be a chilly night, and of course those temperatures take the tumble tomorrow. It'll be rather cloudy with areas of sprinkle and drizzle, and with that wind back out of the southeast, that is going to keep temperatures noticeably cooler along the shoreline. So here's a look at your 8-day shoreline forecast for Friday. It is going to be a soggy start to the day, but things will dry out nicely, but not necessarily warm up. We'll be stuck in the mid-40s heading through the afternoon. Now, Saturday, most of the day looks dry there with temperatures returning to the low and mid-50s, but there is going to be a chance for a late day shower. We're looking brighter, but again, not warmer on Sunday. Temperatures holding in the mid-40s there, and that's exactly where we stay on Monday. And Monday could certainly be interesting because we're going to see temperatures dip overnight, so we may see a little bit of snow start up Sunday night into early Monday morning and then switch over to all rain. So, of course, any snow that falls this time of year, yeah, it doesn't stick on the ground very long. Tuesday should be dry, and then there will be a storm system nearby as we go into Wednesday. So it's one of those situations where one model, kind of brushes us with rain, whereas the other one keeps us dry. So just putting out that there's a storm nearby for next Wednesday. But between now and then, clearly there's a little bit of everything in the forecast here. So that's what I got to come home to. I got to bake myself down in Florida for a few days, and I come home to this mess. It's pretty much par for the course when it comes to me anyway. So anyway, I know a lot of people are going on vacation soon or have already been on vacation, or maybe are going over the next couple of weeks or so. That's going to be great. I will be heading out next month again, but wherever you may be traveling, hopefully it's somewhere warmer and less complicated than this forecast here. Well, no forecast is perfect. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, even San Diego, even Palm Springs can get a little complicated with their marine layer too. So don't think it's perfect anywhere. But up here, it's a little more complicated. I guess it keeps things a little more interesting. All right, I'm going to stop rambling on. I already started. Now I'm going to stop. See? Still on vacation brain. Bye.